The future of American democracy hangs in the balance as the Supreme Court threatens to dismantle the Voting Rights Act, potentially handing Republicans a massive electoral advantage. But here's where it gets controversial. Democrats have a brutal yet strategic path to survival, one that could reshape the political landscape entirely. If the court strikes down federal protections for minority representation, as hinted during the Callais versus Louisiana arguments, Southern states could gerrymander black and brown communities into near invisibility. This would grant white voters unprecedented control over congressional maps, potentially adding 15 to 19 GOP seats in the House. As the New York Times' Nate Cohn warns, this could make the House nearly unattainable for Democrats outside of rare blue wave elections. However, this is the part most people miss. Democrats aren't powerless. Even if the Supreme Court deals a fatal blow to minority voting rights, blue states could redraw their districts to maximize Democratic gains. By moving Democratic voters from deep blue districts into red and purple areas, states like New York, New Jersey, and Illinois could eliminate over a dozen Republican seats. But this strategy comes with a moral dilemma. It would likely reduce racial diversity in Congress and shrink the number of competitive elections, further eroding Democratic accountability. Here's the bold truth. A broad ruling in Callais could force blue states to dismantle majority-minority districts as Republican-appointed justices seem poised to ban race-based redistricting. This would gut Section 2 of the VRA, which ensures fair representation for racial minorities. While devastating for Democrats in the South, where red states could eliminate left-leaning districts to create GOP strongholds, it also opens a door for blue states. Without the VRA, they could redraw maps to dilute Republican votes, securing more Democratic seats. Take New York, for example. By unpacking its majority-minority districts, the state could shift from 19 Democratic and 7 Republican seats to a staggering 24 Democratic and 2 Republican seats. Similar gains are possible in New Jersey, Illinois, Maryland, and Nevada. Collectively, these moves could net Democrats 12 additional House seats, enough to offset many Republican gains. And that's before considering California's Proposition 50, which could hand Democrats 5 more seats. But here's the catch. Implementing this strategy won't be easy. Bipartisan redistricting commissions in states like New York and New Jersey could hinder Democratic efforts, though California's Governor Gavin Newsom is already exploring workarounds. Democrats would need to act swiftly, potentially altering state constitutions or securing supermajorities to override Republican governors. The barriers aren't insurmountable, but it requires the same resolve Republicans have shown in their decades-long assault on voting rights. And this is where it gets even more contentious. This plan would almost certainly reduce non-white representation in Congress and diminish competitive elections. Majority-minority districts have been a cornerstone of diversity in the House, and their decline would deny Black, Hispanic, and Asian Americans the representation they deserve. Yet blue states would hardly be to blame. The Supreme Court's destruction of the VRA leaves them with few options. So here's the question for you. Is it better to fight a losing battle for minority representation or exploit the wreckage of the VRA to secure Democratic power? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Do Democrats prioritize moral integrity or political survival? The stakes have never been higher.